Hello everybody and welcome again to Tutorials Point. Well, in this module, we are going to study about all the important things that you need to know just in case you've joined a new workplace, or for that matter, all the important things that you need to be cognizant of while you go to any new place. Well, what is the first thing that we start off with when we enter our new office or any new work premise or any new place that we visit? Well, there's nothing but conversation. So because it is conversation and because conversation starters are so important, so it is definitely the best idea to learn about the best conversation starters. So why should we delay it any further? Let's go ahead and study about the best conversation starters. Okay, now there are a few things which you might want to keep in your mind while you are starting a conversation with anyone at any new place or maybe your new office, right? So what is the main endeavor? The only idea is to mix up with the people around, and because the idea is to mix up with the people around or get to know the surroundings or the environment, kind of however the work culture is there. So it is definitely a good idea to start asking those questions, or just in case you are starting conversation, it would be a good idea to ask open-ended questions, right? So what happens is when you ask open-ended questions, definitely there is a lot more that you can just go forward asking, and your conversation actually prolongs. And because it prolongs, so definitely it is the chances of you mixing up or gelling with that person increases quite a bit. Well, having said that, of course, it is also important for you to kind of judge and decide as to when you need to duck out the conversation. But at the same time, starting a conversation, the most important thing that you need to keep in mind, if the only endeavor is to mix up or gel with the person, is to ask open-ended questions, right? So what would be the best open-ended question to start off a conversation? So what would be your perfect weekend? Well, it is a very, very open-ended question, right? So when you ask this kind of a question, obviously you are leaving a lot of room for furthermore discussions, and because you're kind of asking about your perfect weekend, you will get to know about the choices of that person, and it might so happen that your choices might just match, and well, then your frequency definitely ends up matching. So one of the best conversation starters could be, what would be a perfect weekend? So start off with that and just see the magic spill out. Okay, well, another kind of very, very interesting conversation starter would be, what's your favorite way to waste time? So it is more or less kind of, similar to the weekend question, because here also you are getting to know about the choices of that person, or maybe about the hobbies of that person, or how is it that the person that you're talking to likes to spend his or her time. So again, kind of you're trying to get to know the person, which is the entire endeavor. Okay, how about this question? Very, very interesting answers, and kind of you definitely get to know a lot about the person that you're talking to if you ask, if you could have an animal as a pet, what animal would you choose? Well, pets are kind of a very, very interesting topic for most people, because there are many people who just love pets, don't they? Well, I definitely love dogs, and I'm sure you also, most of you watching this video would also have a particular choice in pets, right? So when you start off a conversation at this note, and if the person right in front of you happens to be a pet lover, or maybe a dog lover, or maybe any kind of pet, definitely there are a lot of things that you can just go on discussing, and your conversation will definitely kind of make you guys gel very well. So very, very interesting, and a very, very kind of a question which will help you to know a lot about the person if you end up asking about the pets. So do not forget the pet. Okay, what did you do on your last vacation? Well, just like the weekend, or just like the hobbies, or just like the pets, wherein you're getting to know the choices about a particular person, asking about vacation also kind of lands up in the same genre, because here also you get to know about the choices of that person, or what is it or how is it that the person likes to spend his or her time, or I mean, what is it that the person would love to do if he or she is in a vacation mood. So definitely and you never even know, both of you, both the persons who are talking to each other, or maybe a group of people who are talking to each other, some of them might just end up having the same interest or same choice of vacation. So definitely then you are good to go. Okay, now how about this question? Who is your oldest friend? Why? When did you meet them? Well, friends conversation, God knows, is almost never ending, isn't it? There's like a pile of memories which you gotta discuss. It's like it just goes on and on and on, isn't it? It's kind of unending. So again, this friends topic, just like the pets or the vacation, friends topic is also kind of very interesting, and very will definitely help you a lot to take your conversation forward miles. So do not forget to include this topic as well. This can be a very good conversation starter, and you never even know what all you guys might just end up discovering about each other. Okay, what is the most beautiful place you have been? Again, vacation question. So again, you get to know about the choices of that person. You definitely get to know, how is it that the person, or what is a particular thing that person is intrigued towards. So again, a very good way to know the person right in front of you. Okay, which is most important, having a car or a great house? Well, it might just kind of sound very philosophical, but this also is going to help you a lot to know about that person who is sitting in front of you. So here, if it is about cars, God knows there are people who just love cars, and then the discussion is like, it'll just go on and it'll kind of never even end, because then people have choices, they have particular brands which they would love to discuss, the latest product which has come in the market. So definitely, again, a very open-ended question wherein you have a lot of room to kind of carry forward the conversation. Okay, what are some things on your bucket list? Of course, another great way to know the person right in front of you, another chance to know about the choices of that person, another way to discover the kind of person he or she is. So again, a very open-ended question, very interesting and adventurous question as well. So you never even know, your choices might just match, or if you are kind of interested, you might just make it match. So again, a very good way to kind of gel with the people around, to kind of know the people who are in your environment. So which definitely is the most important criteria, or the most important kind of need of the hour when it comes to your new workplace, because for any person to adjust in the new workplace is very important to be as productive at work, right? So these are a few questions which definitely can help you a lot to start great conversations, to make great friends, to develop great relations at your workplace, not just your workplace, maybe any place that you visit. Interpersonal skills are something which just help you a lot to go a long way, right? So you definitely can ask any of these questions, and then, my dear friends, your conversation will just go on and on, and then you'll have to decide as to when you need to kind of put an end to it. So friends, these were a few important and interesting conversation starters. We will see you again in the next video. Till that time, keep learning with Tutorials Point and Tutorix. Have a good day.